Today is day 3 of week 10, and the goal today is to understand the last exit technique and review all the exit signals. I just want to go over again, remember that the markets, every chart that you look at, every situation is going to be different. There are going to be times that you are not going to feel comfortable with your position, and if that's true, you need to get out. There are going to be times when you're going to have different magic bullets and different indicators in the market saying, hey, look at me, pay attention, I may be about to end a trend, I may be about to turn around, maybe the time for you to get out. So we have enough different options in our stops and our exits of the market that you should be able to get out and feel comfortable with them. What we're going to cover today is the first signal in the opposite direction. The time you're most likely going to use these, or the times you'll most use these, will be when you have your magic bullets, because you're going to want to get out. The first signal in the opposite direction basically says the first thing that changes, any kind of change. Now, you know with the AC, we create a lot of signals. It's probably going to be the one signal that gets you out, that or the balance line, maybe the twin peak. We're going to go through and look at examples of all of them, and here we go. First signal in the opposite direction, this is on Harley-Davidson. This is a stock chart. Notice this long move. This was a beautiful move. One peak, two peak, three peaks. So you've got a divergence, you've got an AO sell, an AC sell, and a fractal. Here are the signals I've pointed out at these circled parts. Now, the reason you've got a lot on the chart is that if I just show you that area, you're not going to really see what I'm talking about, the concept of this move up and how to protect your profit. So it may be a little hard to see. You'll be able to see it on your printout. It's going to be in the computorial, which you'll be able to view very clearly. So just notice here's your twin peak, here's an AC, and here's an AC sell. So between those three, the latest your exit should have been is at this point. This is the Alliance Corp Management, another stock chart we're going to take a look at. You see where your entry was. You stayed in throughout the move. If you had a red line stop, you'd have stayed in. Green line, you'd have been stopped out in this area. But notice your fractal up. You'd have been right back in. Look at the gator's formation. The mouth was open. But at this point, notice your AO. From this point to this point, we have divergence. This is a twin peak sell signal. Remember, this peak is higher than this peak. Next bar is red. So there's a twin peak sell. You have an AC sell. And we also have a balance line sell. And you also have 6 consecutive green bars. So in this one scenario, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 reasons to sell. 4 other signals that would allow us to get out. So the market is giving you some warning. Maybe a turnaround, and as you can see what happened here, market pulled down. So if we got out in any of these positions where I'm circled, you'd have gotten out the best possible spot for this move. Next situation, now this is a real different situation here. We had, I believe, 11 consecutive green bars in a row. You rarely ever see that. Here's your fractal up, gator was open, you're in. Your first sell signal is here, generated by the AC. So you'd have been filled the next day. Also, if you'd used the 5 consecutive green bars and just followed it up, you'd have been stopped out the next day. So in either scenario here, would have been the perfect place to get out. You're selling the high. Next situation, again, we're in a trend move. You've seen the gap here. We have a 3 of 3, a 5 of 3. We've got divergence. We've got a twin peaks. We've got an AC. And we have a 3-1 bullish divergent bar. Now, you should know what a bullish divergent bar is by now. Bullish divergent bar means it's got a lower high, lower low, but it closed in its upper half. The buyers took charge. So after a move like this, the buyers take charge. You may want to have a closer stop. If you were at the red line, you certainly would have wanted to move it to at least the green line. Once you saw the change in the AC and the twin peaks, you may have decided at this point to get out. And your other option, of course, was your green line stop, which you'd have been out here at this green bar. Either way, and also, oh, very important, I've noted here, it's a 1-1 squat bar. If you have a 1-1 squat bar, what does the market tend to do? Think about it when you squat down. You're going to jump up. What did this market do? Straight up. So 1-1 bullish divergent squat bars are very important. You need to pay attention to those. Many times we will make an executive decision based solely upon that bar. So that's going to be the end of day 3, week 10. As you're starting to figure out, you've got a lot of different options now. We've got green lines, we've got red lines, we've got the 5-bar consecutive stop, you've got the first signal in the opposite direction. So you trade your belief system, and you're going to trade the one that best suits you and best suits your comfort level. Make sure that you understand the reasons behind all of them. Make sure that you're going through Investor's Dream. It's a great place to practice these stops because you have all 3 options and see which one works better for you. But do remember, paper money is always different than money in the real markets. So I hope you have a great evening. Tomorrow we're going to get started and go over executive decisions. See you then.